I'm going to show you a bunch of different options for your sweatshirt fabric. Here is the regular sweatshirt fleece, lots of different colors. I always want you to look at the inside as well to make sure it's what you want. That's a French terry, which is not as fuzzy, tends to be a little bit stretchier. Take a look at how thick the fabric is. If it's too thin, it's going to make it very difficult to sew, as well as to unstitch if you make a mistake. Most of these fabrics are a cotton polyester blend, which is great for that it won't shrink as much in the wash. Again, make sure you check the back side so you know if it's a French terry or if it's a sweatshirt fleece. Now we're looking at the cost per, per yard, not per meter. So always make sure you know what the cost is, as well as the content. What is the percentage of cotton? Now we're going to move over to the ribbing for your cuffs and your bottom waist. All of the ribbing in this section is quite good. You're going to start on the top, and it's a 2x2 ribbing, a little bit thicker in width of the ribbing. Always want to pull it and stretch it to make sure that it goes back, it contracts to its original shape. Some of this is organic cotton, tends to be very, very nice quality, but the bolt is not as wide, so you might need to purchase a little bit more. Choose a color that's either exactly the same as the sweatshirt fleece you have chosen or one that contrasts. Again, looking at the cost per yard on the tags. Here is polar fleece. There's a huge selection here of polar fleece, all ranging approximately $9 a yard. With polar fleece, if you wanted to, you could use the polar fleece fabric as your cuffs and your lower band as well. Take a look and make sure that it says anti-pill. It's going to allow your garment not to get a lot of those little pill balls under your arms or anywhere where there's friction. Polar fleece sometimes is a little bit harder to sew because it has a greater stretch in both directions. So make sure you're always seeing what the stretch of the fabric is, and as well how thin or how thick the fabric is. If it's too thin, it makes it more difficult to sew and more difficult to unstitch.